think of a musical. Can they come in with like fireworks and like the Who song? It's going, yeah!
Hey guys, so we are here to do Daniel's introduction video finally. We're hanging around the house, that's why I have no makeup on and look adorable, right? Alright, so I typed out the questions.
I have PJs on.
I typed out the questions that you guys did, and I'm going to read them to, no peeking. I'm going to read them to him, and then we'll see what he wants to answer and what he doesn't. So
I might pass on a few.
I think that's okay. We're having tea, so it's like a first date,
I
right?
like tea.
We were joking around when we were having dinner that we should film us at the dinner table and it could be like the first date with Daniel, starring Daniel.
So I'm a Sagittarius. I like outdoor recreation. So let's just answer the questions.
All right. So I wrote down everybody's name that asked questions. So if I mess up your name, I apologize, but I'm going to do my best. So the first one is from Patricia Larson, and it says, "I'd like to know where you met Daniel and if it was a dating site."
It was a dating site. It was Plenty of Fish. Mm-hmm. You can answer that too. That's not just me. We can both answer that question.
I've made a couple of videos about online dating. I didn't want to pay for a site because in my experience in the past, you would pay and then you would send a message to someone, and unless they were paying, they couldn't respond, and you just never knew who was a paying member and who was not, and I just always got frustrated by that. So I just did the free sites. There were 2 of them, Plenty of Fish and OkCupid, and then I would just weed through the dum-dums. But
I did a year of eHarmony, and then and nothing happened there, and paid for it, which was kind of disappointing. And then moved and thought, I'll just try it again with this free site. Why not? And luckily, I just moved into Crestwell and found this gem.
yes. All right.
What's next?
So next, So Soulful said, "Question for Dan: where do you see yourself in 2 years? Married, career changes, etc."
Well, married, but we're really trying pretty hard to figure out the next year right now. Might have some good news in the future. So that's about all I'll say about that. There's a lot of changes in the works.
And career changes too.
That's what I mean, changes. It's changes. Lots of changes.
Changes.
Turn and face the strange. This is something we do together. This is why I love her.
We'll just burst out in a song.
It's good.
Why not? Road trips are pretty funny. Actually, we really like museums, and museums are pretty funny with us too, I must say.
Mm-hmm.
We get a kick out of each other. I think it'd be really funny to have a camera crew follow us at a museum.
Probably not as funny to other people as it is to us, but that's how most things are.
We have an alter ego named Angelica and Bruno, and yeah, we might show up as them sometime. Yeah. All right. Next question. Mrs. Crafty Jess. Question for Daniel. What does he do for work? Has he ever been married? Does he want kids? Favorite food? And what does he love most about you?
My work is lame, so I don't want to talk about it. And what's
It's not lame at all, but I understand for privacy reasons he probably doesn't want to talk about it. Have you ever been married?
Never been married. I would like kids. Favorite food? Oh, just carbs. Just in general, carbs. Carbohydrates.
Pancakes, waffles, garlic bread.
Pastas. Pastas.
Rice. You're
Macaroni and cheese.
not a rice person though, right?
I used to, a little bit here and there, but it's mostly filler,
We're just fantasizing right now.
Just carbs are the enemy. Delicious, delicious enemy.
And then what do you love most about me?
Wow.
The most.
The most?
It's too much
There's
pressure.
just, there's no just the most, but I just, Well, there's moments when we share a pun. It's really stupid. Or just we sing a song together like that. Just like, I love you. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
Yes. All right. Gastric Rose Rosemary says, Daniel, how does it feel to have such a beautiful lady who is friends with so many people? And then she says, I was joyful you both found each other. Congratulations, my friends.
Oh, well, thank you. It feels pretty good being with this lady. All the friends, a little complicated. All you people out there.
How did you feel? I guess piggybacking on that, how did you feel when I told you I had a YouTube channel?
Well, you did that the first date.
Right.
Said that I'm a minor YouTube celebrity. I feel like you said something about there might even be some possible stalkers in Eugene or something. And for the first like couple of months, I was kind of like always a little nervous and on edge, like security wise. Kind of need to keep this lady safe from possible stalkers and paparazzi. But it's nothing quite as crazy as that, But I couldn't handle your Facebook feed or all your comments and stuff. I like to be private.
My Facebook is a little bit intense, I will admit. I keep wanting to change over to one of those like pages where you like it versus like my actual personal Facebook page, but I haven't done that yet. But
like a business one?
Yeah, I don't know if it's business necessarily, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, like a private group maybe or something. Yeah, I think sometimes when I joke around with people or I tell them about my YouTube channel and then I joke around, I'm like, well, someone might recognize me. I just need you to know that, and I'm really just kidding. I've only been recognized, I think, twice in this town, so it's fun to joke around with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Sarah Z1981 says, Dan, can you tell us a little overview about yourself? Nothing too personal, of course, just maybe a few hobbies. Were you born and raised in Oregon? What kind of movies and music do you like? That sort of thing.
Well, my biggest regret is that I was actually not born in Oregon. And I've told my mom this, that I'll never forgive her for that. But I was raised completely in Oregon. Do love Oregon. I love a lot of outdoor activities. Grown up camping, hiking, lots of exploring. Last 2 or 3 years, I bought a dual sport motorcycle and did a lot of riding around. Nothing too crazy aggressive or trail rides or anything like that, but just a lot of exploring with one of my friends. I've got a lot of weird hobbies. I am a very talented tailor, actually. I've done some auto repair stuff and tried to restore a car once, and I can fix metal things. It's not so much a hobby as a necessity. Outdoor, I just like to make just about anything I can that I can't afford to buy. So, what else is there?
Let's expand on the tailoring because he's actually really, really good at it, and I have a whole list of stuff that I plan on him making me, but he's never really sewn women's clothes, of course.
And I don't really have as much time to do it. That was kind of a alone time hobby in the past, which I haven't had for a long time. So
balance, right?
It'll cut into couch cuddle time.
Yeah, I think music and movies.
I like those. Music and movies are good.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of what we were listening to in the car. No. Okay. All right. Chastity says, I'd like to ask you and Daniel about sticking with healthier lifestyles. Is it easier now that you're living together, and are there times that the other one's less healthy choices tempt you?
Yes. We both made changes. I need a carb restrictive diet. There's doctor's orders. It's pretty necessary, and when for a long time we weren't that great at it. We would snack and I don't know, you don't want to call it a binging or something, but we definitely have treat days a lot, and it's changed pretty recently and we're back on a good healthy track. Not that it was really that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, for compared to the average person, but for somebody like me who has some medical reasons to stay on a carb restrictive diet, it was not good. but now just been inspired by this whole trim healthy mama thing, and I'm along for the ride, and I like it. You know, I didn't know that there could be, and I'm pretty happy that somebody cooks for me, because probably one of the reasons why I got diabetes was because I didn't know how to cook for myself. And pasta's easy, you know, macaroni and cheese, easy. Carbs are easy to cook. All the other stuff is hard. Vegetables, proteins, but did okay for a while, but this is a lot better.
As far as me, I think that was to both of us. I'm not really tempted. I mean, Daniel is a lot better at sticking on plan than I am. I'll admit that. But I think with, you know, having diabetes, you kind of have to. Otherwise, you physically feel bad. And I haven't had diabetes since I lost all my weight after, well, a little bit before surgery, but then after. So after surgery, I was officially not diabetic anymore. And so I don't really struggle with that or high blood pressure. But sometimes I kind of wish I did, so that it would keep me on track more. But yeah, so I'm not really tempted necessarily by, you know, things that he is wanting or craving, because he does really good at not sharing that with me. If he is wanting a donut, we don't really talk about it. So and
I don't like donuts that much.
They're not your thing?
No, it's not a temptation food.
I was a sweets person, or still am, I guess. So as far as living together, I put a lot of pressure on myself to cook a lot, like big meals and try new things. So, you know, if I were living alone, there would probably be nights where I just did a yogurt, you know, and call it good. But because I have a partner and I want to, you know, be healthy for him and cook him healthy foods, and I, you know, am cooking more than I probably would have been. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Just, you know, live the bachelorette lifestyle. Maybe a bag of chips for dinner. No, not really.
Done worse.
Okay. Sunny B, you don't have to answer this one, babe. When is he gonna pop the question? LOL.
Oh, I got a question. I'm gonna answer it when it's a surprise. So I'm not gonna tell her in front of you.
And then, what is your and Dan's meals for the day look like? And do you still plan ahead? Do you want me to answer that one?
Yeah, I mean, I take care of my own breakfast mostly, unless there's some special leftovers. But then she pretty much takes care of most of it. When we don't have leftovers, I just put together my own little sack lunch for the day, and it's mostly because I'm trying to get real hardcore lately. It's just been a lot of hummus with vegetables dipped in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he does broccoli slaw with some sort of protein, chicken.
Yeah, if you're looking broccoli slaw, for a lot of people out there, not too many people seem to really know about it, but you know, it's just kind of a bunch of broccoli chopped up thin, and it's a real easy, quick meal thing where you just put in some pre-shredded cheese and some salad dressing. I feel like that's a real, people just want to have something right now that they can just take to lunch and they know is going to be healthy. Because that's a real good alternative, and it doesn't cost that much, and it stays in your fridge a long time. This is just kind of for the bachelor guy talk, you know, the people who aren't really good at cooking a lot. That helped me out a long time. You can throw some meat in it too sometimes, but that's kind of off the topic. But she does all the meal planning.
I still plan ahead. I mean, I usually have an idea of what I'll be making or what sounds good. Breakfast, I still do yogurt. He does protein shakes sometimes, or yogurt and peanut butter.
Yogurt and peanut butter is a delightful trick that I found out myself. That's another one of those things. It's pretty amazing. Get yourself the natural kind of peanut butter with all the cream all the oils that separate, and stir it back up. Keep it warm, because you don't actually need to refrigerate it, as long as you eat it as fast as I do, because I eat a lot of peanut butter. And then mix that in with some plain yogurt, and it really fulfills that, gives you that mou flavor that's kind of amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's also kind of a dessert too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fairly low carb. It's definitely an acquired taste. Not everybody's gonna like it.
Yeah.
You can even mix it in with some like basic brand cereals, which I do too, just for a little filler in the morning.
Yep.